Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to yet another video. And this time around, we are going to be back with some more Formula 3 action. This time around, we are at Motorsport Arena Oschersleben. Located in Oschersleben, Germany. It's a track that's actually not even too far from Sven himself, being from the Hamburg area. Oschersleben is near Magdeburg, so... Oh, look at that. It's already a car upside down. Flying into the air, and everybody just kind of has to take it easy before getting onto the throttle again. That is not a good look right there, I have to admit, and it's going to be most of the drivers making it cleanly through afterwards. We're side by side with the AlphaTauri. I think we just about managed to make it through, so it's a clean start coming up. We just keep going all the way through here. We've already gained a couple positions, which is nice. Got a little bit more to do. See here in the qualifying, we did quite okay. Found ourselves in P18 despite not qualifying, so we could be very happy with that. Now finding yourself coming into slow corners. This is a tricky corner because the braking mark on this one's quite tricky. Oh, look at that, a big crash into the background. Now we've got one more driving slowly onto the racing line. Instead we take it easy. He still has that gap towards us, but we're getting yet another position. As always, we have the TV together with the Simrig cam. It seems like we are quite a bit quicker than the Honda, who's struggling to make it through the final couple current turns here. Second last corner coming up. Push all the way in, and he's going to go into the pits, so a good chance that he has damage of some sort after that incident that we saw him have, and he goes straight ahead here. And these DALLARA Formula 3 cars, they are quite something. They are just so incredibly rapid, especially coming from the F4s, which is what we did before we got the license that allowed us to do this. And this time we go a little bit too wide and find ourselves on the pit exit, now driving slowly onto the racing line. It is not a comfortable position to be in at all, I have to admit. But all is okay. Seems like we recover, and it's no big deal from that point on. But man, is this a scary start? Absolutely. Surviving, that's what matters most, and we've done exactly that. Yeah, it's always scary stuff in here, you know. You never really know how it's gonna go from the start, but looks like it has been quite okay from that point on. And there we see another driver very slowly. Some guy blinking to the right, or actually maybe even a disconnect. Oh my. Now on the straight we have a big drag, but there's just no real way to overtake around here, so we're taking it easy in this fixed setup series. Coming into the same corner that caught us off guard a little bit earlier. All is good for now. We'll be seeing how this goes. Obviously, we've got quite a bit more to do. Overall has been okay, and driver ahead of us slips and actually managed to get out of the way, luckily. So in that sense, no harm done. Things are still looking okay. It's so far a very scary start, I have to admit. I wasn't expecting this at all when we got into it, but it is now what we've gotten into. No. We're coming up. Oh, there is a little bit of a block, but no spin. Good recovery. Sven right there. Reviving a little bit later, we find ourselves in the same corner. Driver standing still on the right side of the road. So he's had an incident of some sort. I think it's been a solo spin for him. I don't think I saw him involved into anything else, but of course I could very much be wrong. Surviving. Yet another sequence of corners a little bit later on. We see we are being chased, and at the moment we have a gap, but we're once again slow on the exit, so he's going to get a massive toe into this now. Two fast corners coming up. We don't see the end result of that one, so I assume he's taking that position. Once again, similar mistake coming into turn 1 and 2. It's just not comfortable. And once again, that shows shame, really. But, well, that is just what it is right there. And, you know, it sometimes happens. Much else you could do about it? No. See, if you can avoid it, you will. More drivers going off right there. It's just such a messy race from basically anyone. It's not going to be good for the incident points. Saying that every off track, just like this one, is going to be a 1x, and every loss of control is 2x. Now, luckily, they don't stack on top of each other. So if you lose control, you happen to go off track, you only get the one for the off control. I know that. Oh, that is almost a barrier right there. Surviving. You know. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. Okay. All is good, I think, from this point on. But yeah, that is not so great, I have to say. But well, that is how that goes, and everyone survived. It's the most important part here. So for now, coming into the main straight again. Wait to see how this one's gonna go. Let's hope it's at least a little bit more clean coming into turn 1 again. Here's the end. P9. 7 incident points, so we do lose on actually nothing. No, we win only. High rating and safety rating going up. Now for me that would have been a big loss, but then again, I am A class in sports cars. I'm actually not that big of the Formula Series, so I'm only class D over there. It's a good result, and you had that already. Look at that. Beautiful picture. I think that already speaks for itself, doesn't it? There's a start. On board with the number 10 driver, you can already see such a massive crash behind, and seems like our current leader makes it through nicely. He'll find himself involved immediately, which is a good sign. Well, here is once again that same start. Oh yeah, the contact is Curtis Langton, who finds himself either being put upside down, and now I don't know about you guys, but I prefer not being upside down in such races. It's not Trackmania after all. But very messy, and eventually he gets going, but obviously more rear wing. Their POV. Yep. There's descent. That was another driver that went airborne. I think it was John Bordeaux, not mistaken. So yeah, very messy start here, and as you can see, so many drivers get caught off. Even though they did nothing wrong, right? That's the awkward part. Like, here's the start then. You can see it's going just a little bit better. Obviously, also many drivers involved in the beginning. AlphaTauri going a little bit wide. He loses some positions. And everything just seems to settle. A lot of drivers taking it slowly. It's losing a couple positions now. And now all is good. Oh, there's big contact right there. Oh my, that is one of the biggest crashes I've seen. Now, how does he actually get out of this one even? I mean, that's just such a big crash right there. And he's kind of stuck there. And the driver of the number 1 on his car. It's Jean Boulange, who found himself just being airborne, being launched into space. This is some kind of rocket by NASA, but no, it's just a Formula 3 car. And here's how it looks in slow motion. Just such a big crash. Obviously, just a passenger at that point must be like going into a roller coaster, but a rather expensive one. Survival's key sometimes. We see number 13 car, that is Roberto Gennaro, over the curbs, losing quite a couple positions. And she's able to rejoin, and here is the car that lost his wing in the start. It's Curtis Langton again. Yeah, no downforce to keep the car in place. No wing. Could have seen that coming. Here's Michael Wozniak, and he is going to lose control. Oh my, that is a mess. Eventually he survives and is able to rejoin the race as if nothing ever happened in the first place, but we all know what happened. Yeah, messy race for a lot of drivers, as you can see. I think that is also race over right there. I mean, maybe not yet. There it is. Oh my. Number 13 car just... There's absolutely nothing left by the end of it. Here's that play again. And I was like, okay, maybe that's race over already. And then, yeah, there goes the wing. And then all is good. Stuck in the middle of the road. Some drivers able to avoid him. And there's just not even an attempt to try and avoid that one. Here's what it looks like for him. Yeah, just maybe unaware that he was standing up like that, but I can consider that race over for the both of them right there. And here's a driver you guys are all familiar with. It's Sven Matthijs. Going a little bit over the edge there. Now holds to hold the brakes. See all the driver go by the Alpine, the Mercedes-inspired livery for rejoining. Actually, there's Sven Matthijs. It's a different livery. They look so much alike, though. Same color scheme, just with white in the middle. Maybe he's starting a fan club. Who knows, I suppose. But yeah, here is Sven Matthijs. And that was the driver that I was talking about in the first place. Coming into this slow right-hander. And just goes a little bit too wide. And then it's immediately the end of it. From that point on, it's good to go, but it still loses him quite a bit of time. Eventually able to rejoin the race as if nothing ever happened in the first place. Couple drivers to find a gap here. Maybe here goes that move. It's a ballsy sent down the inside. Is he successful? Yes, he is. And the number 24 driver just has to kind of concede right there. Eventually loses that position. They keep fighting. That was Ronald Rax together with Croissant Santana. Here is once again a move from Luke Cranton. This time successful onto Sven Matthijs. And later on we see Rodrigo Kunkani together with Leonardo Gonçalves was in the white and black car here on the left side. And we're gonna see a side-by-side move coming into the next corner. Who's gonna dare brake late? And it's going to be Rodrigo Kunkani who makes that happen. Later on he also got to us and he found himself in a good position to try and go for the over again. He just dives down the inside, leaves the door open, and he is looking to take it all. It's a good move from him, I have to say. Later on we'll see him move up some more positions. He was quick out there. Here is Björn Andersen and he loses the back end and he's going to find himself into the barrier. Which means that he has quite a bit of damage, I think. Rejoin though, but just loses out so many positions right there, right? And that's yet never a good look. Here is Michiel Duits, orange car. Dutchman finds himself going side by side, try and take the lead. It's Cristiano Ibarban on the defense. The next corner is obviously going to be one going in the right way for him, and there he goes into the lead. Now into the slow right-hander, and he managed to maintain it. This is what it looks like from Kevin Przejesevic, and he's still trying to chase. Currently in P4, and there is the spin. And actually, a rather consistent and a very, very sharp save from him. I thought surely that was going to be the end of that one, but no, he survives, and he is all good to go. Here's that view again then in the Alpine. Finds himself spinning around. It's most definitely not a good look, I have to admit. And well, that's just how it is. And you see the number 10 car. Door left wide open, small mistake. And Emmanuel Howell From that point on, just has to accept that he's being overtaken. Solid move to close that gap in nicely. Definitely impressive from some of the drivers that we're seeing this. There is another spin. This time around it is number 11 car, and he finds himself even hitting the wall after that. Ian Rower going off. He was in P4 from that point on, and now I think, and I have to call it quits. Does he want to keep going? It looks like it. Might just be too little too late. And there's the replay. Into the pits he goes. Here's the number 22 Alpine again, and that is once again Kevin Busiasevic going off. Saves the car nicely, but now is under pressure from the number 15, who is looking to come around. And there's a little bit of swerving, a little bit of side-by-sides, and he managed to maintain the position. I don't know if you could consider that a dirty move, but it wasn't the cleanest. And here is a mistake then. Very big one. In the end, surviving. It's, you know, quite often we see it. It was Roberto Rizzo that we're aboard with. Here is the number 2 car, Leonardo F. Gonçalves. He's going to be going for a move. Very brave. On the inside, gets the car slowed in time, and it's just a clean, very solid all around. And that's just exactly what you expect from these players. It's good to see, really, that they get it going. Just exactly what we were hoping for from players like this. So they are delivering. See some more action on track soon. Here's the number 3 car. That is Björn Andersen again. Finds himself on the outside. Is there going to be contact? Yes, there is. Konkani misjudged it. A small love tap that gives him quite a bit of time. And now immediately we see Luke Cranston going by. And we still see a driver chasing. I don't know, F. Gonçalves maybe going around the outside then. Be a ballsy move. Not happening into turn 1 nor turn 2 most likely. Maybe if he gets a good run around the outside, he might have a chance for this. Is going to get as close as possible at least. There's the spin from Michael Wozniak. And actually hits the car ever so slightly. So that is always a bad look. That never helps, of course. Eventually they survive and all is good. Now what else is there? It is the number 19 car of Lee Proctor, who finds himself losing control. Almost getting into some of the other drivers, but he just about manages to get out of the way. Such a mess, I think that's fair to say, but he gets it done. And here then, maybe around the outside, a move and a very ballsy one. Once again, the Italian driver Roberto Rizzo getting involved. It's a very good move. It's the number 5. The 5th position is getting into after that move. Here is Lee Proctor again. Turn 2 defending. And he's going to clip the grass ever so slightly. And that will lose him a couple positions. Eventually he's able to keep going, but messy all along. I'm surprised he even got it going in the right direction at least. Here's Björn Andersen again. Losing the back end of his car, and that is just, well, not a good look per se. I think we can all agree on that. He's over there, trying to rejoin the race. Number 17, Duits goes too wide, and actually he's able to keep the car going in the right way. So well done to him. Saves himself from a lot of drama right there. I think we can agree on that. Indeed, very successful. Keeps the car stopped, and that's all you need sometimes. Nice overtake here we're seeing from the cockpit of Lee Proctor. He's going to try and close that gap now. Maybe we'll go for an overtake soon again, but moment not looking likely. Makes a small mistake and can keep the car going straight. think all is good now from that point on. There is a spin for the number 10 car. Roberto Rizzo crashes out his car, and I think he's also realized, you know what, I am just not gonna put in any more effort to this, because look at the positions he's gaining. He's losing. He's got so much damage, and I think it's just race over, right? And he seems to agree. Teleports back to the pits, and we won't be seeing him again, unfortunately. Here is the Picard's inspired livery. It is the number 2 car of Leonardo F. Gonçalves. Finds himself losing a couple positions. Now he's driving slowly, but managed to get off the racing line. Now being attacked by Yusuf Siddiqui. The HP livery would love to come around the outside here, but let's see if he is going to be successful. Not looking likely per se, but now that might change soon. So number 24, Christopher Santana. Goes to Luke Cranston right there. Can he make this happen, I wonder? Going down the inside on the first corner, and indeed makes it work. Pop over to his POV, and it's a very clean move. Coming out, the media is able to pull away. Makes it just even better right there. And that is going to be a set position, even though the slipstream obviously went the other way. We're seeing what else can come in. Close one for sure here, and seeing if they can make it work. Overall is okay. We won't be seeing that change anytime soon. Now here is another driver who's gonna make it very boldly into the corner. For 16 car. Eventually is going to come off right there. Roland Rax. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. A little bit later on. A 2-man battle. A very clear winner right there. Good move. I think the Mercedes definitely saw himself. Fortunately stuck there. Here is the number 12. Oh, a spin. No, not a spin, but also control regardless. Number 19. About to lose it, but manages to keep the car going. Okay for him. And then later on we see more drivers going off. Now, this is a weird track when it comes to the exceptions of the off-track rules. But yeah, this is just not a good look, is it? Here is the number 14 again, Sven Matisse. Finds himself spinning around the corner. Lee Proctor goes right by. It's P9. Fortunately out, I'm afraid. Yeah, just sometimes that happens. And not much that you could do about it, right? And another spin right there. The number 24, Christopher Santara. Himself going the wrong way. Is able to keep the car going. We see the first car go by. Oscar just overtook Sven, and Sven won't be able to continue after that. The gap is just too far gone, I'm afraid. Some more action here. Then the number 2 is the car we're looking upon. It's going to be trying to make that move right there. Seems successful if you ask me. Here's the number 23. There is another spin. 23 car Luke Cranston. This is out of position to Emmanuel. How funnily as that is, that was the that he overtook a little bit later on. Well, that might just be for now, I'm afraid. I don't think more is possible. Another spin on the way through there. Seems to happen way too much, it feels like. know exactly what this is happening all the time, but it's just so unfortunate, really. Number 6 continues as if nothing's ever happened right there. So number 24 again. Christopher Santana will lose the back end. Sven Matisse goes right by. Problem saving himself there. Good look from him. Hasn't made any mistakes from that point on. So keeps going all the way. That is just what we're looking for. Now keep in mind as well, new to the channel, we upload quite regularly. It's iRacing stuff together with EA Sports WRC. If you're interested, make sure you subscribe to the new channel, the one you're currently watching on. Very much appreciated. As we try and pump out content that is high quality very consistently. And obviously the growth on our previous channel was good, and we're hoping to get that up to the same level again. But we'll see. As for now, this is a two-man battle. Once again, number 2 car's involved, and it's also that driver that is spinning. Is he able to continue? Yes, he is. Although a little bit slower, of course, but I guess that is just going to be it. Right? And it makes a lot of sense. Here is the driver number 2. Currently doing all okay. Giel Duits is currently doing quite well. There's the Ferrari inspired livery. Or on the back, a classic one. Make his way through the finish. Oh, he is going to be doing exactly that right here. Chaotic race from many drivers, but in the end, well, Giel Duits coming first. And Lucas Runrap is in P3. Here is the number 6 driver. Lap 23. Curtis Langston finds himself turning around. That is another spin. Oh no. That is Sven Matisse going right after him. Yep, that is not what we wanted at all there. Fortunately, that is what happened. And, well, that is just going to be how it goes sometimes, right? Just not how we imagined that one. But, ah, well. Maybe some more coming in soon. There is another spin most likely. Indeed it is going to be just that. That's a shame really. Guess that is also part of it right there. I mean, it just happens and there's not much you could do about it. In the end we once again see Leonardo F. Gonçalves finds himself losing control. Now Youssef Siddiq is going to have a run. I think he might just make his way by right there. It's a good move coming out in the end. Such a shame to lose your position like that. But ah well. That is just part of it, right? And here's the qualifying hot lap then. Let's have a look how it went for all these drivers. As this is going to be Roberto Rizzo, fastest driver starting this race. Now he's had a messy race for himself. Let's see how he did in qualifying. So far, just once again, very early on the throttle. You can see he was definitely nailing those lines. Time and time again. Going into the left hairpin there. Was looking good for now. Going into this slow corner. You really got to hit the brakes there. It's very easy to lock right there. Coming into this, swerving just so close to losing control, it feels like, but probably not even breaking a sweat, as weird as that is. Oh, all is good, and just look at how much he's over the edge right there. You're actually allowed to do that. makes it work. Last corner coming up, and thank you guys so much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure. Please like and subscribe. See you guys next video. Bye bye.